Let's make sure we know the podcast name first.
Let's Thrive.
Welcome to Let's Thrive.
I'm Bree.
And I'm Abby.
And today we're just gonna
get rolling.
Talk about us and have y'all get to know who we are. Abby, tell me about yourself.
Very, very messy action starting this podcast. We're just gonna do it. Something we've been talking about. We've been pushing it off to get it started this first week, but we're finally here. So just doing the thing. I'm not sure how to upload this. I don't know any of that. So we're gonna learn as we go. That's the best way to do it. Messy action.
Yeah. That says it all. So we kind of just want to talk about ourselves almost. So we want y'all to get to know us on a personal basis, so that way you can form that relationship with us and really enjoy communicating with us and learning through us and just being educated and inspired through us, because that's our main goal. So we are going to chat about primarily who we are, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what our goals are for ourselves and the podcast.
Yes, I love that. So yeah, as Bree said, educate, inspire you guys to freaking create the lives you want. So I guess we can just start with the podcast name. Where did that come from? Because that took some brainstorming and I forgot what it was for a minute.
So the podcast name is called Let's Thrive, and it took us a while to come up with this because we had so many awesome words that we wanted to kind of throw in together, but we also wanted to make it very minimalistic and catchy in a way. So Let's Thrive came about because our goal is literally to thrive. We want to succeed. We strive for the best opportunities in life, and we just push literally hard as we can in all that we do. So Let's Thrive was basically a foundation that took a long time to come up with, but I think it was probably the perfect name because I think it suits Abby and I very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a lot of the same goals. We're doing a lot of the same things, and just our goals in general, just the key pillars and core values that we live by are very similar. So just all of that self-development, self-discipline, just creating our best selves every single day. So we think that name suits us well for now.
Yeah, I think so. And we can always say Let's Thrive, and then talk about whatever it is we're talking about. So Let's Thrive with, and then we can have special guests. We've got so many ideas with this pod. But our main primary goals are to, of course, educate, inspire, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, just bring you guys a bunch of value. Try to get some cool guests on the show. Is that a show?
I don't know.
Onto the pod. I've reached out to a few gals on Instagram. Super excited. I want to get them on. I know one of them is coming to Texas. It's going to Houston, so I don't know. Maybe we can link up with her. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it would just be better if we could get people in person versus on Zoom. That would be sick. But if we have to do Zoom, that's okay too.
Yeah. I think just reaching out to more people so that way we can get different perspectives of different journeys, so that way y'all can understand that you don't have to be a competitor. You don't have to compete. You don't have to be so strict. You don't have to be restrictive. You don't have to do a lot of the things that you see on social media. You can just literally find balance in what you love, and you can see that through the different types of people that we have on the show and through us and just those around us as well. So it's going to be really nice having special guests and just talking about literally everything.
Yeah, so I guess, who the heck are you? Who the heck am I? How do we know each other? What is going on?
So I thought Abby was a bot, cause me, I'm from Texas, and everything in Texas, is bigger in Texas, and Texas to me, I've literally never traveled anywhere else but Florida to Disney World, and Disney World's the only thing that exists except from Texas. So I think that people in other states are not real because I've never been to those states. So when I first heard of Abby, I would follow her and all her stuff. Obviously she's real because she stepped on stage and she's human.
That's the only reason I am real? What if I didn't step on stage?
Well, I had to see you on there to that's how I was introduced to you. So you were real because you're human. But texting her and stuff, interacting with her via social media, thought she was a bot because, like I said, like other people from other states, like they're real, obviously, but like to me, like I've never been there, so like that state's not real to me. I've never physically touched that area, so like,
I feel like only a Texan would say that.
Yeah,
like
so,
all other states aren't real.
So Abby was a bot for the longest time, and I was like, oh, so stoked to meet you, and I was like,
dude,
like,
we FaceTimed. We FaceTimed before I moved here.
That's how I knew you were real.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you showed emotion and had like excitement to meet me and stuff like that. But you know, things like that. But look at that.
It's not planned.
I bought it first. Well, I didn't buy it. They gave it to
we've
us.
got matching hydro jugs.
But anyways, Abby first came to my attention when she came to Dallas for her show. I know her show was in Austin, or where was
I
her
stayed
show?
in Austin, but my show was in College Station.
Oh my gosh, that's far.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We thought
No.
things were close to each other
No.
because it was the same state, and it was really not close at all.
Oh yeah, Texas is big. Well, Texas lesson number 1. It's big. So like Abby had her show, and then she came and stayed in Dallas with our friends Kanan and Reagan. So when Reagan was posting about her, I know Reagan, and she's real. She's in Texas.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
because I think that's when I followed you, was when I was talking to Reagan, and she was just talking about the whole crew here. We got a whole crew in Dallas,
Yeah.
and she was like, hey, like Bree is James's girlfriend, and she's into bodybuilding and bikini shows, and I was like, what? She
Yeah.
is?
So
then I think I followed you then.
Yeah, and then I think, I don't know exactly. I saw you on Reagan's stories, so then I stalked you. And then, it's typical girl. And then I followed you because you followed me. And I was like, oh, okay, like, we have the same interests. I think we'll be friends. Like, I don't really have any friends who compete. So I was like, this is going to be cool. Like, I'm excited to meet her. And then, like, a few days after y'all left, or I think the day y'all were leaving or whatever, Reagan was like, when are y'all moving? Like, Abby and Pat just signed a lease here. And I was like, what? Like, she's moving? Like, it's real? So then I was like, oh, shoot. So then, and then, like...
But you weren't moving at that point.
No, I moved, like, 2 months later.
No, but you didn't have intentions of moving yet, were you?
No, yeah, we intended
Okay.
on moving, but we hadn't found a spot yet.
Gotcha.
So we were like, okay. But anyways, and then I came to Dallas when you were already here. What was the first day we met?
In real life?
Yeah.
Was it at the gym? No. Now I'm blanking.
I don't know. But we met, and now we're here.
Yeah, I think it's hard for, like, when you know people on social media, like, it feels like...
Oh, I drove into... Cut that out. I don't want to... Anyways, when I drove into the spot, Kanan and Reagan weren't home. So then I texted you, and I was like, oh, we're here. And you were like, oh, well, I don't think they're home, so you can come to our place. And, like,
Oh, was that
you,
when I
like,
met you at
walked
first?
out. Yeah, you, like, walked out of
Really?
your apartment, and you, like, came and grabbed
okay.
us. And I had to use the
Gotcha.
bathroom.
Okay, because it felt like when you know people on social media and you talk and you FaceTime and stuff, like, it feels like you already met them.
Okay.
So then when you actually meet in real life, and I'm, like, confused which was which.
Yeah.
But.
But yeah, that was the
Gotcha.
first time. So then I saw your apartment, and then we just hung out that weekend, like at the gym, and then played board games and hung out with everyone, barbecued,
Yes.
like Texans.
So when did you first decide to move to Dallas?
Funny story. So Kanan,
forced us all to move here.
we are all in Dallas because of this crazy ginger. But Kanan came down and stayed with us in Corpus in September of 2021. And Kanan and I were sitting on the couch because I was doing homework and he was doing I don't know what for whatever business he was working on at the time. And he just looked at me. He's like, y'all are going to move to Dallas. And I was like, no. I was like, we were looking at Houston at the time. And I was like, I really don't even know what our plans are. Like, chill.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, like, y'all are going to move to Dallas. And then, so, like, long story short, Kanan and I were, like, sitting on the couch, like, looking at apartments and this and that. And then after my show in October, we came in November. And I was like, okay, like, I really want to move to Dallas. So then,
yeah. Oh my
by
god, that's so
January,
weird. That's
we
like,
started, like
so
hunting.
similar to like my story too
Yeah,
of
he
like
just
when we
reels you
decided.
in.
Yeah. So when I stayed here after my shows, a week after my show, Pat and I were in Dallas, and we love Dallas so much more than Austin. So we we weren't. Austin was fun for like a week or weekend, whatever it was. But living there, no, not the vibe. I liked Dallas a lot more. So when Pat and I were here visiting after my show, this was like the first time we had been in Texas, first time we've been in Dallas. We were there like a few days, and few days later, we freaking signed the lease to our apartment that we had no idea which apartment it even was. We never toured it, none of that. So we call it the mystery box apartment. But yeah, we just decided to just go with it. This was in April. We signed the lease around my show. Pat and I were still in school. We graduated in like May or June. But yeah, then we just moved here.
Yeah, and then I moved, well, like, James moved up July, first week of July, and then I had to, like, finish my internship and then finish my 2 weeks of work. So then I stayed down there with a close friend, and then after that I moved up. So now I'm here.
Sweet. So yeah, we just came to Dallas for new opportunities, just a brand new environment with like-minded people.
Yeah.
The gyms are cool here.
Yeah.
Cool people here. Lots of good stuff. So
yeah, originally, like, I'm from Texas. I'm from South Texas, so like the tip of Texas. Like, if y'all know where like South Padre Island is, like I'm around that area. So like I'm from the far south, and
that was a big move for you to be here, because that's like how many hours from like your hometown?
9, almost 10 hours. Like if you need a potty break, but yeah, it's pretty far. So, like, I don't know, just the environment down there is so much different. Like, there's not many opportunities. It's very nice for raising a family, but I do not have my own personal family, like, aside from my parents and stuff. So I was like, I don't need to be down there. So, like, the move was really good because, like, coming to a bigger city, like, you see the opportunities. And, like, I feel like Texas, like, literally has everything you could ever need. So, like, I'm glad you're here. Because if not, you would have stayed a bot. But I don't know, I love Texas. And, like, we're, like, not in the city of Dallas, so it's not like too much ruckus.
Yeah, we're outside of Dallas more, so like it's a mix of like suburban plus a little city-ish in some spots, but
it's pretty cool.
But yeah, no, that's how we got here. I came from Boston, Mass, so it's been a long way. It's been a long journey here. We just burnt the boats in Boston and came here. So I guess that kind of brings us up to speed with where we're at. How we know each other, why we're here, why the heck we're here. We're both working online, so that gives us the ability to just move around wherever the heck we want. So
yeah, that's fun.
So yeah, we'll definitely get into more of that probably on a different episode. But sure. I guess we could just like go into like our fitness journeys, because that's like a big part of us, who we are, why we're here, what we're doing with social.
Exactly. So, Abby, what's your fitness journey? Because I honestly don't even know it.
Yeah, I don't know Bree's either, so this is going to be the first time for us hearing our fitness journeys. Yeah, my fitness journey, like, wasn't too crazy. I guess, like, starting out in high school, I was, like, playing a lot of sports, finished field hockey senior year, and, like, that's when I really started going to the gym. I got my first Planet Fitness membership. Good stuff. Have you been to Planet Fitness before?
I've never been to a Planet Fitness.
Really?
I feel like, no, don't they give like pizzas?
Yeah, so it's a great place to be. I think it's like, I don't know if it's the first Monday of the month or is it every Monday? I don't know.
Probably every Monday.
It's pretty sick. I honestly love Planet Fitness.
I've never been, but I won't be a hater, so maybe.
As it just like, it's very nostalgic for me, because that's where I learned everything, and that's when I like met Pat. Was like my senior year of high school. My boyfriend of almost 5 years now. So that's where we started dating, and my mom got him a membership at Planet Fitness with me so we could go together, because he went to a bigger and better gym. He was like more into like fitness than I was at the time. I was just getting into things, so we would go to Planet Fitness and he would just show me around. I'd use the Smith machine, all that good stuff. But yeah, I started just really enjoying it. That's when I made my fitness page, because Pat had a fitness page at the time. His page was called Pod Movement. It is no longer called that, so it's kind of funny now. But yeah, he was posting fitness stuff. He was like a fitness influencer back then. That's just so funny, because he's not now.
He's so Pat now.
Yeah, he's all the business and sophisticated IG kind of stuff. So I just like really enjoyed just sharing my journey, just following other like-minded people. That was like the best thing about having that Instagram, is I was able to just like open up my eyes to so many things, because like when I was in high school and even in college, like no one around me was into fitness or into lifting or what they're eating or macros or anything at all. So it was just nice to have that community on there, and it really does feel like you have like friends on there on the internet. So that was really cool. But I guess, yeah, I just started loving the gym. I was getting super strong, and yeah, after that, into college, that was like my savior, was like the gym, because I just hated college in general. I was in nursing school, stressed all the time. So the gym was like a very good escape for me, and it just gave me something to look forward to each and every day. So I have a very like competitive nature. I have like having an end result and like working towards something. So that's when I decided, like, I think it was in 2020. So I think I was a junior. No, was I a sophomore or junior? I don't even know. One of them. College is a blur, but that I decided to do my first powerlifting meet. So I don't know. Did you even know I did powerlifting?
I stalked you.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I did my first powerlifting meet December 2020. That was like after all the quarantine, all that good stuff. So, I mean, we were very much shut down for most of that year. You guys probably weren't as shut down, but. But yeah, so I did my first powerlifting meet. I really liked that. Wasn't really super focused on like physique kind of goals. It was more so just strength, like squat, bench, deadlift. But I just like loved getting strong. It's fun to like chase those numbers, all that good stuff. And then I started transitioning into more of like a power building style with both the powerlifting and the bodybuilding. I like that, like best of both worlds there. And then that's when I did Mark Carroll's Bikini Body Guide. It was just a little guide. I think it was like 12 weeks or something like that. And that's when I started like getting into like bodybuilding, like the bikini style a little bit. Then I hired my first coach. That was in like September, October of my senior year of college. So that was last year. And I just saw like the most progress I've ever seen since I hired my own fitness coach. And then she told me, I think it was like early December, she was like, how do you feel about being 18 weeks out from your first show? And I was like, let's send it. I like really didn't know anything about bodybuilding, but I knew it was something that I wanted to do like in the future at some point. And my coach like knew like what it takes and all of those things. So I just like trusted her to just bring me through a prep and know that I'd be ready at the end of the 18 weeks. I think it was it 18 weeks? I think it was. That seems about right. But yeah, we did a reverse diet before that, and then through those 18 weeks, we just prepped for my show, had my show in April, and yeah, I want to definitely do a podcast episode just on, because Bree is also a bikini competitor, so we both have done one show already.
Yeah.
And yeah, I definitely just want to go into that, because there's so many places to go with that. And yeah, I'm not really sure on my intentions with like competing in the future, like how soon do I want to compete again, all of those things. But for now, I'm still training, like it's my improvement season. I just love the style of training I'm doing now with bodybuilding. So much fun for me. So that's what we're doing now. That's kind of the gist of it. I never had like a crazy bad relationship with food or like a crazy like eating disorder or anything like that. I mean, I think I was just kind of like a regular person, just like wanting to be better in all aspects. And that's like what the gym has done for me. It's developed my discipline and just helped me grow so many areas outside of the gym. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. Let me get off my what is it called? My soapbox.
Oh my god.
Is that what it's called?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, maybe.
Well, I loved that. But that's nice.
Or 20 minutes into the pod.
I love it. That's actually really cool. I like listening to people's like stories to how they got to where they are now, because it's nice to see their fundamentals and the foundation that they began on. So it's really sweet. So like a little bit about me.
I don't know anything about.
You're gonna learn.
It's just funny that it's the first time I'm hearing it too.
I know. Okay, so I've kind of always grown up in like the fitness realm. So I have an uncle who owned several gyms back in like the early 2010-ish area. He had several gyms in East Texas, so I've kind of always seen like the development of like gyms and like always been around a gym. But visiting East Texas a lot when I was young, I would go to the daycare and the gym and everything. So like I was kind of always in that environment. My parents worked in that gym for a while. And then
when you were a baby, you were in the daycare?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe like 4. But yeah, so then moved back down to South Texas and then of course grew up. So in high school, I played soccer and I was like, okay, like I'm not good enough to ever go pro or go collegiate. So I was like, I need to find something to do. So I didn't play my senior year of high school just because I kind of just wanted to enjoy that last year with my friends and everything. And then before we went into senior year of high school, I met James. And then James and I kind of started talking, started dating, and then he played football. So after both of like our sports realm of life kind of passed, he started getting into the gym, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't be the chubby girlfriend with this guy going to the gym. Like, oh my gosh, like, I can't be, like, that can't be me. So then I started going to the gym with him, and I was literally clueless. I was like, yeah, I could do leg extensions for like 30 minutes and call it a day, you know? So then after soccer practice, like, even at my junior year of high school, like, I would go with one of my friends to the gym, but we literally would not know what we're doing. Like, we'd do, like, those, like, crunches against the wall, and then, like, do more cardio after running miles after soccer practice. So, like, I literally didn't know what I was doing. So, like, fast forward after senior year, we went into college, went to the same school, and long story short, I ended up staying with him most of, like, the freshman year of college, just because, like, roommate situations or whatever. So COVID hit our spring semester of freshman year, and that's when everything shut down. So luckily his parents were like, oh, we have like some barbells and some plates and some dumbbells, like come pick them up and like take them to your place. So we did that, and like during quarantine we were like working out, doing like walking lunges in the grass, like in front of like our apartment or whatever, and like just trying to find ways to like stay active. Like I ended up becoming like a big runner. Like I had runner's high, and I would run 2 miles every day. I was like, who is she?
I
Like,
ran once during quarantine, and that was it for me.
I was like obsessed with it, and I was like, you need to chill. So then I was like, you know, it'd be so cool if I started like recording my videos and like posting my workouts, so that way people who are also stuck at home can kind of do something similar. So that's when I created my fitness page. It was so funny because I remember I was like laying on the couch, and I was like, what's a cool name? Like lifting with Brie. What with Brie? I was like, I want it to be with me. So then I came up with like Fit Life with Brie.
So that's what it's been the whole time, because
Yeah.
I've changed mine a bunch along the way,
No,
but
yeah.
I've had mine longer, I think.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's cringy, like Fit Life with Brie, but then I'm
I
like,
like that.
It's cute.
I'm like, should I be Fit Life with Abby now?
But so that's kind of how that started. And after that, I was like, well, I want to learn more. So then I was always a kines major, so I was like, I'm gonna get my personal training certification. So I got it through NASM. I got that done, finished in 10 weeks, got certified, and I was like, okay, well, I can't like deliver services to people if I don't practice them myself. So I started doing like counting my own macros on my own. So I learned how to track macros through Christian Guzman's like summer shredding video from like 2017-ish. I don't even know. So I learned how to do that, and I was like, sweet, I calculated my macros. We're gonna eat 1,100 calories every day. So then I was eating 1,100 calories literally every day, and I was like, this is not right. I lost like so much weight, lost my menstrual, and I was like, oh my gosh, like,
shit.
what do I even do? So then going back into like, I guess reversing, but not knowing it was reversing, I started eating more, and I was like, you know what, like, I'm very OCD with like organization and numbers, so like macros just did not fit me at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna eat intuitively, but like be cautious. So then I started eating, and then I started gaining weight, and I was like, what the heck? Like I was kind of upset. So then I was confused, and then as I furthered in my degree plan, I kind of realized like, okay, like I need to establish what I'm learning for myself, so that way one day I can actually like properly help someone, because if I can't help myself, like I can't, like you have to practice what you preach, you know?
Exactly.
So that's that, and I ended up learning a lot through my degree and everything. So my friend, my junior year of college, she was at A&M, and she ended up doing like a bikini prep and a bikini comp. So I was like following along on her journey like so strictly, like just hyping her up, because I was like, oh my gosh, like I've always thought of it, but I've never actually considered it. So like she did it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So my uncle, who owned the gyms and everything, he actually did bodybuilding forever and is a competition coach. So he was like, you know what, I'll coach you through your first prep, like let's do it. So I was very, very grateful and fortunate enough to have like free coaching. He did like literally everything for me. So I did summer shredding October 2021, which was super, super awesome, super successful outcome. Very grateful for that experience. But after post show was like literally where I struggled the most, because I feel like I'm not going to go too much into detail, because that can be literally a whole series. But like, I binged, I had all these issues, and like I was just like mentally kind of like all over the place. But yeah, that's a little bit about my fitness journey. And now I have a bachelor's in kinesiology and exercise science and my certification, and I love helping others. But yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I wish I went to school for something like that. I got my bachelor's in nursing. So, I mean, it's still applicable in some ways, and it gave me a lot of perspective over the years just on like why your health is actually so important. Because when you're just seeing these sick people in the hospital, you're like, shit, like, I can't be a wimp. I can't just skip out on the gym today. There's people that literally can't get out of bed that are just at the hospital.
I've seen some phenomenal, like, men and women over the age of 70, like, kicking butt.
Yeah, like, do you know Fit with Joan on Instagram? She's, like, in her 70s. She's freaking... She has, like, almost 2 million, I think, on Instagram.
Actually, I think I might have seen something, or you might have seen
something. I post her. I share her stuff sometimes. Yeah. She's a freaking beast. That's my goal when I'm in my 70s.
Yeah, literally.
To not be in the hospital bed, but like, to be, like, hip thrusting 400 pounds or whatever she does.
I don't want broken hips. I want, like, hip mobility and all that good stuff. But, yeah. Other than that, that's just about our fitness journeys. And...
Yeah, now we're both online coaching for other people, helping them with their fitness journeys. Yeah. I didn't really touch on that, but I worked as an assistant coach my junior year of college for K and Fit Fam, for Kelly Nicole Fit. I worked for her team, absolutely loved it, so that's why I just started to go on my own with that, and I have my own team. Brie has her own team now, so...
Yeah, that kind of developed in a cool way because, like, my first job ever was, like, retail, and it was literally the worst job in the world, so if you're in retail, I pray for you. Other than that, like, I've always worked in a gym. Like, I worked at a Gold's Gym, and I was a sales rep, so I learned some, like, sales techniques there, sold memberships, whatever, and then moved up for school, worked at, like, another gym, and I was, like, a commercial personal trainer, and that was, like, literally horrible. And then I found, like, my favorite place in the world. It's the Quad down in Corpus, and that's, like, literally what set me up for, like, where I am now, because my bosses and, like, the coaches there have been so supportive, and so, like, they've educated me so much more than, like, I thought I could, and, like, I thought I knew a lot because I have a degree and everything, but, like, it's so much different, like, having that, like, book knowledge than, like, applying it hands-on. So, like, that kind of set me up for, like, where I am now, because my boss is so driven, or my old boss, whatever, he's awesome, but was so driven, like, he inspired me to kind of, like, hey, dude, if you can do this, like, do it. Like, don't hesitate. Like, go reach your goals. Like, go strive. So then I was like, okay. So then I remember when, like, I first met Abby, like, I'd always seen on, like, her social media, like, oh, like, apply for one-on-one coaching, or, like, little things that she was doing to, like, help others. So, like, we kind of talked on that. And Abby's actually the reason why I have my business, because of the way that we kind of established our relationship as our friendship and stuff, but that can be a whole other pod because that's a very detailed one.
Yeah. Oh god, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how things are just, like, moving at lightning speed right now, so
literally,
there's a lot going on.
You know, like, boom. Should add a sound effect to that.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
But, yeah, so, more about me. James and I have been together for almost 4 years. We have 2 dogs, and yeah, Abby's got a dog now.
Yeah, I got a dog now. Brie and I have a lot of weird similarities. We both have
scary.
Like, boyfriends of, like, 5 years. I don't know. We have a lot of weird, like, similarities that
like,
we keep noticing.
Like, there's been times where, like, Abby and I show up somewhere, and I was like, no, and we're, like, wearing, like, almost the same exact outfit, or, like, I don't know.
We have, like, tattoos all in the same spots.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we both had this one.
And then I have my
for the people
case.
on the YouTube, if this is you on YouTube. Yeah, we both have one on our side and our arm in the same spot.
It's just, like, weird. There's some things where it's kind of creepy sometimes. I'm like, Abby, stop.
Yeah, I have a stalker.
Yeah, I guess. That's me.
But yeah, so definitely, like, in the pods to come, there's a lot to talk about. We just want to do the intro just to kind of give some background on everything, so you're not like, who the heck are these people? Just to learn more about us if you follow us on, like, the gram or something. But
other than that,
yeah, future episodes to expect. Like, we brainstormed a lot of ideas. We definitely want to talk a lot about, like, prep. Like, going through prep.
In prep.
Yeah, even like, after post show, like, tons
I think that one would be a really long one, so we can even break that one up into, like, 2 to 3.
Literally. So we'll see how long those ones go. Yeah. Just, like, maybe talk about, like, hiring a coach, like, different things like that, whether your lifestyle or you're gonna compete.
Yeah, no, I always think that, like, having someone to hold you accountable is always amazing, and one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Like, investing in yourself is the best thing that you can do. So whatever that may be, or whatever that may look like for you and your journey and your career, like, do it.
Yeah, the same thing. We both have, like, the same business coach now, too. So it's like, we have our fitness coach, we have our business coach, like,
and, like, our fitness coaches have the same name, but they're not the same person. It's
shout out to
funny.
Alex
Coach
and Alex.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, so we'll be talking about all things from competing to just like lifestyle stuff, just normal fitness stuff. And then we'll probably talk more about just like the move, starting our own business, just like all the craziness with that. But yeah, and whatever else you guys want to see. But yeah, there'll be lots of good stuff coming.
Maybe we'll do like a couples like Q&A because we're all business owners of our own types, like things like that. And
just get guests on the show too, and just get other people's perspective. Will be a lot of fun. If you guys have any one you'd like to come on the show, definitely let us know.
Please realistic. No CBum on here. I wish.
So yeah, someone said to get Andy Frisella on the pod, although I would love that.
And then will probably joke on us right now.
Yeah, we're not at
coming
that level.
soon.
Someday. But yeah, I think that's it for now.
Peace out.
Thank you guys if you listened.